Welcome, welcome.
Peace, y'all. Good to be here. I'm very happy to be here. Excited, right, to talk to the great ones. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good to have you, man. Hey, listen, and Sahkeenah is going to be doing most of this because since Festival, she has been hot on us having you all on the show. Now, unfortunately, your partner is not here, but we're going to go with you. But before I turn it over to Sahkeenah, two things. One, as always, when I'm talking to you, I got to give greetings to your mother.
Right on.
So please, respect. And then when Sahkeenah said, "O-Boogie," I said, "Oh, listen to this," because it's interesting. You would never have to change your name because as your beard gets grayer, you can just be Old Boogie.
Oh. Listen,
that's the first thing came to my mind, man.
If you wrote that joke out, it worked. It worked. Absolutely.
But listen, it was interesting that as long as we've been working together on the board of the International African Arts Festival, I didn't know about this aspect of you. So I was completely blown away at Festival. You all knocked it out the park. And it was so great to see that other aspect of you come into life. And Sahkeenah described what your experiences have been. But, man, we really appreciated you all showing up and rocking the festival as you did. And we wish you all well as you continue to move forward, though. Sahkeenah, he's all yours.
Thank you. So, how has Festival influenced you, your purpose, and your artistic expression?
So, Festival has influenced me. My purpose, being that I believe that I was sent here, right, to improve the lives and the quality of living of African people around the world. And so, Festival gave me my first taste of autonomous Black space with Africans throughout from all over the diaspora, right? Converging on one space peacefully, harmoniously. And I mean like all Africans, right? Muslims, Rastafarians, 5%ers, Hebrew Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Southern, Northern, African, North American, and everybody coming together for one common cause. And so being able to be raised in that and see that coming up, it gave me an understanding that this existence that we live here in the United States, this ain't it, right? This ain't all there is to offer. This isn't the highest level of living. And so it definitely propelled me purpose-wise, but then artistically, like all the music and the artistry that you see at Festival, it really just gave me a broader scope, right? even so much that after college, I went to Brazil to play professional basketball, right? And I played for 5 years, right? And so for 5 years, absolutely. Wow. And so
are you a guard?
Yeah, I'm a point guard extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying?
Look at you.
I'll serve you up one day. You know what I'm saying? If you're ready for that. I don't know, if you into that.
Well, the best I could do would be at the foul line. I could probably beat you there. Whoa, great.
Absolutely. Man. And so what I saw is that going to Brazil, the community that I went to and encountered in Brazil resembled the spaces that I was in Festival all of my life. So Festival prepared me to go around the world, right? Because I was able to experience it in Brooklyn since my childhood. So it's amazing.
That's what's up. So you were there in the golden years of what I call the 90s, right? So what was your favorite Festival pastime?
Oh man, really. So I went to Boys and Girls, right, as a teenager, but as a young person going to Festival on the field, my biggest memory was just being on the field in the bleachers, right? The bleachers, doing good things, right? Don't get mad at me about it. only good things, right? So like just being on the field at like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, right?
Yeah.
In the dark, in Bed-Stuy, right? With everything that comes with Bed-Stuy, being in a protected, incubated space, right? And just running around and just living life and enjoying myself with all the children. And yeah, just like those are some of my brightest memories. Because I really feel like it molded me. It molded me to know, I was always told never be afraid of my people, right? And so I was able to experience that at festival, right? To be, a lot of violence going on. That was the 90s, right? Crazy 90s. But yo, in all my years at festival, especially going at the high, like I never heard a gunshot. You know what I'm saying?
Always safe.
I never heard a gunshot. So it was just, like I said, it was like a real incubated space that really developed my mind and my soul and my spirit, and just, gave me experiences that I would be able to take around the world. You know what I'm saying? And, out.
Could I just jump? Do you have children, Omari?
Yeah. I got one son, 9 years old. This brother's amazing.
So has he been to festival?
Yes, he has. Yeah. He was actually out there this year when we performed. And so look, and the beautiful thing. Oh man, thank you, Baba. I like that question. All right, so he went to Mother's Loving Hands, Mama Masumala's daycare, right? And so she introduced him to Africa, everything, and so bringing him out to festival, he got a chance to experience what I experienced at that age. So he was over.
I asked you.
Yeah, so he was over by Mama Masumala's tent, and he was running around with all the other children, and doing the lights and all of that, and never wanting to leave. He was mad when we had to leave, and so it was a horrible thing. But so it was a beautiful thing for him to experience what I got to experience when I was his age. Thousands of years later. So that was big. That was big.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. This is coming from Beware, but as a hip hop artist, what are some of the challenges with getting your music heard?
I actually think, well, in this day and age, it's a lot easier. Whether we actually know it or not, right? Because if we hear all the stories of past hip hop artists, or just past artists in general, right? All of them had to go through these tiny avenues called record labels to be able to get out to the world, right? And those record labels controlled what they were going to say, what they were going to, the music that they were going to make, how they looked, and all of this stuff. And so, but right now, with the onset of the internet and the ability to get my music to somebody in Japan right now, like after we get over this, I can send it to somebody in Japan. That's really opened up the floodgates for artists to be able to like get heard, and not only get heard, but now if you hear me in Japan, now you can just email me, right? You ain't got to go through no other avenues. You can email me directly and say, yo, I want you to come out here and perform. I want to put a show together with you specifically. So I think it's the best time ever to be an artist. The onset of all this technology, and the access that people are actually getting right now.
That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, I love your music. I mean, y'all are always, your whole family is like musically genius in terms of just being able to rock.
I'll send you something. Don't worry about it. You don't gotta give me all these compliments. I'll send you something. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Yeah. Thank you.
So, Omari, where in the world has your music? Where have you guys traveled, or your group, I should say, because there are sisters in there? Where have you all traveled, and what's the furthest place you've gotten feedback that these folks have heard your music?
Well, actually, so the group that we have right now started at festival, this past festival, right? Because all of those artists were just people that my brother Jamed was in contact with and had relationships with, and had worked with musically before. And then he brought everybody together to do that show. And after doing that show and the feedback that we got from that show, we was like, yo, we need to do this full time. So now we just been like, we've started to perform at different places in the city and, throughout the state. But, we getting a lot of offers to branch out and get out of the city. And, and from where we all have, like everybody in the group has performed internationally, right? I performed in Tanzania. I performed in Brazil. I performed all these different places. Jamed has performed in Kenya and in the UK. And so now bringing it together with all the contacts that we have, like we really, ready to take the world by storm.
Okay.
Well, be sure to give Festival the props in terms of that being your incubator, all right?
Absolutely.
Good. Go ahead, Sahkeenah. I'm sorry, love.
I was just highlighting that's like the basis of your popular song World Tour. I was rocking to the video online
Right.
and stuff. So what's next for you guys as artists? So you told me about La Conche group.
Yeah, La Conce.
Mm-hmm.
So La Conce is Haitian. It's patois for the council, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we all are like, we're a powerful group of people. Like, we got healers, we got artists, we got teachers, we got all these different people, and really coming together as a council to build and create. And so on top of that, we also started what's called the medicine cabinet, right? Because La Conce, all the members of La Conce offer healing modalities to our communities, right? And so we started what's called the medicine cabinet, because you could come and get what you need. You know what I'm saying? If you need some healing, if you need some music, if you need some whatever you need, we actually able to provide positive things to our community. And so so right now we just building out like our YouTube presence. The medicine cabinet has a YouTube page, which is going to be a hub for all of our music and all of our endeavors to bring it all together so that, all of our fans can come and see what we're doing and experiencing us. And so right now we just building out that platform, and then we just like getting these shows together because, because of festival, Baba. Yes, you, brother. So because of festival, we've been getting a lot of positive feedback and a lot of offers to do festivals. We actually got an offer to do a festival in Queens. My mother actually, one of my mother's patients saw us at festival. And she was like, listen, oh my goodness, I don't know if you know, but it was an amazing group at festival. These two brothers, it was amazing. I don't know who they are. And he was like, oh, those are my sons. She said, what? So they, they're trying to book us to come out there. So, we really just, getting the balls rolling, and the wheels rolling. So, yeah, it's exciting time.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to take a quick break, and we always do a segment that takes us back to Festival 54. For those folks who were there, it's a reminder. For those who missed it, well, you can see what you missed. This particular clip you're about to see was part of the tribute by the Garifuna community to Brother Martinez, who had made his transition. Absolutely wonderful presentation. So give a look.
Oh my God. What was that?
So that was a tribute to Aurelio Martinez, who was the godfather, if you will, of the Garifuna community in the United States. And he made his transition. And so Festival gave this community space to pay tribute to him. And it was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
That is that is amazing. And as long as we tapping into our culture like that, we will never be defeated. That just got me hyped. That's crazy. Oh my God.
Well, you know what? Seeing as how you so hyped, can you do a little quick something for us, O-Boogie? We're gonna put you on the spot because you never know what will happen when you join us on Voices of Africa.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, get tricky over here. I like it. All right. All right, look. We emerging, never splurging, paper earning, magic Irvin. It's showtime. Tight lip, never blurbing while we working, birthing new earthing. God, it's your time. No more answers, giving out the answers to these wicked cancers that hit us with our hands up. Speaking to the wind, only way we give our plans up, the loud keep going till we stop and start to stand up. And when it's done, remember we extinct will never be. Big up the legacy, Babas and Pettibees, burn up their treasury. Cowries new wealth for me. Homeland, we next to sea, seeing everything Meji. Going to Africa, New Arsenio and Eddie screaming everything Meji. Harriet, backstrap forward, only hope you ready. Ashe. Yes.
Ashe.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. Hey. Clap for me, damn it. Clap for me. I'm sorry.
That was hot.
Yes.
So, my question is, what does the evolution of the revolution mean to you?
The evolution of the revolution. I think it means the essence of what our forefathers and foremothers put forth, right? The essence of what they were trying to create, just updated with newer technologies, right? Because we dealing with a revolution that dates back. It's not about the 60s, it's not about the 20s, it's not about the 1800s. I mean, we've been revolting since we've been on this land, right? So, but with every era, we had newer technologies, right? We had the ability to congregate in the church, you know what I'm saying, in the civil rights movement. We had the opportunity to be out in the streets. Like, we didn't always have the opportunity to rebel in the streets, right? But right now, we have an opportunity to do things that took 3 weeks before and do it in 3 hours, right? And so I see that one thing that we definitely have to be conscious of is that we have newer technology and newer capabilities, but one of the essences of any movement that we've ever had is our ability to shut up, right? And stop voicing our plans, right? You don't give your war strategies to your enemy, right? That's not a good idea. So, and I see right now we online giving everything up to everybody, right? So I feel like, the evolution of our movements and our revolution is really going to come from us tapping in to a lot of the capabilities that we've always had, a lot of understanding that we've always had and that have always worked for us. But now being able to do that on Zoom, right? Like this. You know what I mean? So yeah. So, I think the revolution is in a good place. I think, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. I just think it's our ability to update our tactics. We'll see the success.
Sahkeenah talked about the 90s. I'm going back to the 70s. And every era, I think, has a voice. And in the late 60s, early 70s, the last poets were the troubadours.
Right.
And and later on, and actually throughout that whole period, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Sweet Honey in the Rock. And
Right.
how do you see your journey? You know, we just talked about the evolution of the revolution, but what's the evolution of your group? Is there a vision of the impact that you want to make?
Yeah. So I think the first album that I ever made, I called it Dashikis and Amaxes, right? Because I wanted to I wanted to produce a fusion of an African past and a black future. And so I think for me, like my sweet spot is the ability to like speak in contemporary terms about ancient concepts, right? And be able to speak in a language. I teach in schools right now. Actually, I teach at boys and girls, and so like my ability to translate like old problems, old understandings to a newer generation. Um, I think that's one of my strongest skill sets, and one of my biggest attributes, right? And so, so I feel like, um, you know, never to uh, make the newer generations feel inadequate, right? Because they bring something that we need to the table, as we bring something that they need. But I just feel like the ability to be a liaison between the old and the new. I think that's one of my strongest attributes.
Um, I want to ask about your motive to heal,
Mm,
because you said La Conche is a group of artists that
mhm.
have a mission to offer healing modalities.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you
Absolutely.
talk more about that?
Well, well, I mean,
Like what
so
what kind of healing modalities, and where did that concept come from? Because I mean, I'm asking you to explain that because I think that that is a part of how the revolution is evolving.
mm, absolutely. Um, well, so just on the ground, we have a group of priests. And, I'm a priest myself. I'm a priest of Shango, um,
Okay.
in the Lukumi tradition.
Um,
And we got saw set priests, and then we have art therapy ministers and stuff like that. We have my brother, he teaches with me in schools. um but I think the biggest thing that we all understand is that music, right? um all right, just to talk about my priesthood. So one of the things that is important to every ceremony, right? No ceremony can work. Whether you're doing lukumi, whether you in the church, whether you in Islam, no ceremony can work without music. The music is the pathway to the spiritual realm, right? And the pathway to tap into our spirits, right?
mhm,
So we definitely believe. I mean, we know for a fact that like music can make you do a whole bunch of things. Music can inspire you, and then put a certain drum beat on, it'll make you shoot up a club. So like we definitely know that behavior is tied to the music that we're listening to. And so we feel like we have a lot of medicine in our music to heal our listeners, to heal our people, right?
mhm,
And to just bring good energy and good vibes to a people right now that's kind of devoid of it. So
mhm,
yeah. So we definitely one of our biggest modalities is actually the music that we create and the energy and frequencies that we put into it.
nice.
Omari, the receptivity of young people to positive hip hop, to what you're doing. How do you see that?
Right. So yeah, they kind of allergic. They're kind of allergic to it, right? But they're not allergic to it when you actually speak to them. So when you actually bring it to them in a way that they can understand, then they all for it, right? It's the fact of the matter is they just don't hear it enough. They don't hear positive lyrics enough. Like all the radio stations, all the avenues that they have to actually hear music is spewing some of the most negative things that that you could possibly hear. So I think our ability to get people one at a time, right? Like, having millions of followers and fans and all of that is great. But the real impact is like on a one-to-one basis, right? So if I could just be in front of you and you can feel me and you can feel my energy, then it will like alleviate all the other things that that you might be presented with. So so I say that to say, like, whenever we perform in front of, like, our high school students, they love it. One, because they hear that we talking to them and nobody talks to them, right? So like they want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they actually have a lot of positive thoughts, but nobody's asking them, right? So I think that our ability to connect with the youth, especially because they're not getting a lot of positivity right now, is really just to be in their face, and that drops the whole facade that they create for themselves.
Hey, Sahkeenah, let me just follow up with one last question on my end. If you had the opportunity to perform on stage with another group or another person, who would that be?
Come on, Bobby, don't do that to me.
Hey, man. You can't come soft here, O-Boogie.
Even big, man.
Yo,
Big.
I think, I really feel like I really wanna perform with Stevie Wonder. I feel like that would be the highlight of my career, just because I'm still discovering new Stevie joints now. Like, I never heard that before. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yo, Bobby, have you ever heard this Stevie Wonder song called Sylvia?
Sylvia?
Yeah.
No,
Crazy. Yeah, it's off of one of his albums from the 70s. And it's like, the words that he's saying, I'm like, only a blind man could make this up. I tell you.
Oh, Lord.
It's crazy. But so if I ever got a chance to perform with Stevie Wonder, I will retire and work for sanitation. Yes. Absolutely.
But Sahkeenah, when you do your tribute to the ancestors, we got to remember Baba Ishangi. And
Yes,
I remember
Bobby.
that he performed with Stevie Wonder at Madison Square Garden.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you never know, man. But as you said that, I could see it. I could really see what you all are doing with Stevie.
That would be really dope.
Yeah,
It can happen.
I
You got
feel
6 degrees of separation.
I feel like he would be receptive. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta get the music in front of Stevie, and I feel like he would.
Well, it's not so much to get the music in front of him. It's for him. Yeah, could be that, but to be able to have him reach out to you and to be moved, he just got to be able to know that you all are there, and he could probably hold a vision of how that collaboration would work.
Wow.
So, hold the vision, man. Listen, you a priest.
That's right.
Shango to be like,
that's right. Come on. Turn that light on. Stop playing.
Yeah. And listen, man, we want to thank you for spending some time with us. I'm not sure what plant that is, but there's a plant that kind of opens up, when the sun comes out. And with you tonight, you reminded me of that plant, because hearing so much more about you. I mean, first at festival, seeing you knock it out the park, but now to hear, playing professional ball in Brazil, and so many other, and I didn't really know yet you taught at Boys and Girls High. So want to thank you for just sharing all of that about yourself and about the group with us. And, we might want to try and do something with the entire group performing at some point, bring you all back, because I know Sahkeenah will make it happen.
Yeah, man, the 50. This is the 50.
Right, she on it.
You gotta rock it. Like,
nah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yo, listen,
listen.
thank y'all for this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank y'all for this space, for real.
Yeah, and State, you know what? This is so appropriate. Sahkeenah, as you share with folks how they can support it, Omari is going to add to it because he is our board treasurer, and he knows how we need to be blessed. So, Sahkeenah, just share with us how folks can support us.
yes, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And you can also donate. This is our 55th year we're going into for July 4th weekend. Make a pledge for 55. You can send it to us on Cash App, IAA Festival. You can do any denomination of $5.55, $55, $5,500, whatever the 55 is, make it happen. Thank you for making a pledge.
All right. So, Omari, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. O-Boogie, soon to be Old Boogie. How old are you?
Yo, I just turned 40, man. I'm 40.
Oh, you got a little ways to go then. All right. All right.
That's right.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all. Give thanks. I appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. Sahkeenah, as always, thank you so much. And I hope you're satisfied now.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Hey, y'all. Be blessed, everybody. Be safe in this weather. And Voices of Festival will be back with you next week. Until then.
Okay. All righty.
Be blessed.
Peace.
Peace.